How's it? Welcome along to another episode of the Arsenal Standard. Greetings and salutations. I'm BG alongside my co-defendant. He is the OG. Welcome to the big show. Ryan, what's up? Hi, buddy.
Nothing. I feel like
Are
we
you?
were just talking a little while ago, but yeah, I'm glad that well, not glad, but there's just yeah, like we feel like we went on for a while, and there's just so much to talk to, especially in the last 2 days. So much has happened. I feel like.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it is the time of year. What do we get about? What, 3 weeks between first match of the season to the end of the transfer window? If my maths correctly, the transfer window shuts 2 days after we play Chelsea, I believe. No, I'm lying. It's 2 weeks. Sorry. We play Villa on Monday, a week from tomorrow. If you're listening to this, we're recording this on Sunday night. So if you're listening to just the audio, which you will get if you're listening to just the audio, then it is Monday for you. So we will play Aston Villa in 1 week's time, and then the day after September 1st is when the transfer window shuts. So yeah, a lot popping off, man. Today, a little bit yesterday. I guess we'll just dive right into it. Um, the Orn Bomb today was Gabriel Martinelli and Al Hilal, I guess is how you say it. Al Hilal. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it is a Saudi Arabian club. They are in. I did see later in the day that the bid is 47 million pounds. That is not a fixed fee. It is 47 million pounds in total. That includes add-ons. I don't know what the actual fixed fee for Martinelli would be. I feel bad for him. And I don't feel bad because he's leaving Arsenal and we're forcing him out. I feel bad because no other club has seemingly come in for him anywhere in Europe. No club in the Big Five leagues have come in for him. That's just, is that as crazy to you as it is to me? He's not a bad player. He just seems to have lost his end product, but he's still a very good player. He has a lot to offer.
You know, I am perplexed by that. The only thing I've said to myself to nice. The only thing I've said to myself to say that is I'm just assuming that teams came in for him and we just were like nope, 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 or they were like lowballing us because of we don't sell well. I think quotation marks. We don't sell well, so I don't know, but yeah, it doesn't make sense. That's why yeah, I don't know. It's just weird.
I I don't get it. And good friend of the show, BX Gunner here. Martinelli to Saudi is so disrespectful. I'm bothered by this. I would we really not sell him to in within the Premier League? I mean, think of a team like a Brighton, a Newcastle or an Aston Villa, especially the shape that especially the shape that Aston Villa are in. Woo! Boy, oh boy. Stand by. We'll get there. It just it does. It really bothers me, and I just can't. I can't wrap my brain around the idea that no one has come in for him with even at a disrespectful offer, even at like 30 million for him. We're rumored to value him at 60 million. I just can't wrap my brain around the idea that no other Premier League club has come in and said we'll give you 35, we'll give you 40. I can understand if we didn't want to sell him within the league for a cut rate price. I get that, but I just it's incredibly disrespectful. Disrespectful the right word? I don't know. It's very disheartening. He's been such a good, loyal. I hate to use the term soldier because that's not. I hate using that term. a loyal, hardworking, member of this football club, and we're going to ship him off basically to where players go to retire, and that's it. On the bright side of things, at least he's going to make a boatload of money in Saudi. I would like to think that he's going to make more money in Saudi Saudi Arabia than he makes in England with us right now. But I don't know. Anything to add? Would you sell him for $47 million? Would you sell? I can't. I want to ask you about the fixed price, because it says that includes add-ons. So I don't know what the fixed price is. Would you sell him for $45 million to Saudi Arabia?
So it's not my money. So for me, it's not about the money. It's about who we like. Selling him, does that mean we're going to bring someone in now? Like if you could guarantee me, which I know you can't do, I know nobody can do that, but if you can guarantee me that if we sell him, we're going to bring in a left winger, then yes, I would. But if you can't guarantee me that, I don't know. I think the relationship is so far gone now, which is crazy to say.
Yeah.
Not Julian Alvarez gone, but close. I mean, not even close.
I don't know that it's that. I don't know that it's even remotely close to that. We'll get there.
I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting conversation, because he didn't want to go outside the big five. Now he is going out to the big five, and it's a team that just bought Somerville. Who, that's the one thing I was going to say. It is a retirement league, but they did just buy Somerville.
Well, retirement league, but they're also rumored to be working on bringing in Ollie Watkins. So
yeah, who Emery will refuse to talk about. But yeah, I mean, I think push came to shove. Yeah, I would. I would definitely accept it. But I mean, it's tough. Because just based on the way the market is, I think he's worth more. But at this point, like, there's so many, and I hate to like kind of say this, but there's so many other outgoings that we need to get through. Like at this point, like just get one. I just need to get one going. Like just get someone out right now. I just think we have so many people eating up wages, and it also like that's bringing us in a way that's also paying us money too. Just getting their wages simply off the books. So yeah, it's unfortunate.
I don't think
I would do it.
The problem is like I look at him and I think to myself, I mean, he's there's a player there for sure. I think it's just it really is just his end product that has failed him in the last 2 seasons here. I mean, I know, I hear people talking about, goal returns and everything else, and whatever his best season for us was 3 or 4 seasons ago, but it's again, I reiterate that this isn't a system designed for one player to bag 20 goals in the league, 25 goals in the league. It's just not who we are. I think a good return from him in the league is probably 10. I would take 10 goals from him in the league, and I'd be pretty happy about it. But I think because of
wasn't it this year where he lit up Champions League? He was like killing it for us. He was scoring like every game.
He killed it for us in the league.
That was this year, right?
In the league, yeah. Well, this past year.
Oh, group stage, yeah. But I mean, that's
he was great.
Like it's got to account for something.
But again, I get the idea that an upgrade is needed there for sure. But as we've said on this program before, where's the upgrade? What's out there that is the upgrade on Gabriel Martinelli? We brought in one. Christos Solis looks like he's the real deal. But I'll say I said this on the I believe I said it on the post match reaction on Friday night about Nani, that for me, Matchweek is a guy that you bring on at 70 minutes if you're defending a 1-0 lead. You don't bring him on for defense. You bring him on for him to just run with the ball and make the opposition defense chase him. And if you bring Martinelli on in the same vein, and that's the expectation, not Not, hey, go get us another goal. If the expectation is just run the defense ragged, we'll just let's defend the lead, run the defense ragged. They're both great at that. That's that's both of their strong suits. So I'd really like to, in this market, I'd like to get 55. I think 60 is probably a bit ambitious, but boy, I don't want to see him go for any less than 55. And to your point about bringing someone in, there's got to be something in the works. I mean, unless the answer is going to be Eze at left wing or Nani on the left wing, there's got to be something else coming in the pipeline, and those aren't upgrades, as far as I'm concerned. Eze is probably an upgrade to a degree, but he's not a left wing, and we saw that Friday night, right? So,
yeah. I mean, I just think he should, which I know our record's for 35 euros for Ox, but yeah, he needs to at least break the record for me. That's all I really care about. Because
he's got to.
Yeah, which obviously the bar is not high, but still, yeah. So going back to that, I genuinely think we're freezing him out because there's something going on that we don't know about that the journalists haven't picked up yet. Because again, you need to be ruthless. I get that. I don't know. There's so many things going on my head about the situation, but something has to be going on for us to literally we're really forcing him out. I don't think he is sitting out on purpose. I think he's being forced out. So yeah, there's a reason, I think, and I don't think it's Alvarez. I don't.
I hope not. I got to tell you, I guess we'll just transfer. We'll segue into Julian Alvarez rumors, situation. Boy, oh boy, they played Villarreal today. He scored a goal, I believe. I think he scored at Letty's.
I don't think he did.
I thought I could have sworn I saw somebody say he scored at Letty's second goal.
I have to check.
Sean, this is actually a great shout. I'd love to see this, by the way.
Simeone scored the second goal. He didn't score.
He didn't. Okay, I thought I saw somebody say that he scored a goal. He came on as a sub. They booed him when he was announced in the squad at the beginning of the game. If you'll forgive me, my eyes feel very heavy, and that's why I'm rubbing my eyes. If you're watching, he was booed when they announced him on the bench, and then when they brought him on, he was booed again. And I want to clarify something for a lot of people, because I see a lot of stuff on Twitter about this, or on socials, that he refused to applaud the fans at the Metropolitano. That is not accurate. He was walking over with the team to applaud the fans, and Diego Simeone actually stopped him per the higher-ups at Atletico Madrid, saying, we don't want him doing this, get him off the pitch right now. So Diego Simeone and the higher-ups at Atletico Madrid are the ones that actually got him off the pitch. It was not Julian Alvarez refusing to go applaud the fans, but this is an untenable situation with him at Atletico Madrid, and I don't want him here because this is. I don't want that attitude in the dressing room. I'm okay with a player saying, "Look, I want Barcelona." Not every player on this Arsenal team wants Arsenal. Case in point, not to ruin anybody's Sunday or Monday here, whenever you're listening to this, but Hezri Konsa grew up rooting for the other side.
So I was gonna bring that up because I heard that too, but then there's a picture of him as a kid wearing an Arsenal shirt. So I don't know what to. Yeah, it's all over my Twitter. I'm gonna send it to you.
That's
why I was confused.
I'm going off what
I read what you read
on Friday talked about.
I read that he was a Spurs fan, and then was like, okay.
Rebecca Lowe and David Ornstein talked about it pregame on Friday.
No. I heard it from multiple people, and then I saw a picture of him in an Arsenal shirt, and I'm like, what?
So my point being that, look, not every player that is here for us grew up dreaming of playing for Arsenal. They grew up dreaming of playing professional football, first of all, and they had a team that they supported. It's not a shock to me that Julian Alvarez is a Barca fan and that's his dream to play for Barca. The way that he's gone about this is absolutely awful. That's a situation where you go to your agents and you say, "Look, I'm going to stick this out for 2 or 3 years, but get me out of here and get me to Barca." He doesn't even want to be in England. He was at City for 1 year and he wanted out. So I don't. I would have earlier in the summer, so that people don't decide to go back and say, "Oh, but you said this." Earlier in the summer, I said, "Look, I would take him if there's an arrangement that can be made for, say, 2 or 3 years down the road where we bring him in. This is Julian Alvarez. We bring him in and say, look, we'll, 2 years, give us 2 years. We'll work on getting you to Barca, but give us 2 years. And we're not going to sell you for a cut rate price. Probably aren't going to turn a profit, but it's got to be close to breaking even." And I said, that's something that I could live with earlier in the summer. If he would have kept his mouth shut and gone about his business, honored the contract, played hard, all this and that, I would have thrown my hands up and been like, "Come on, bring him in," because I do think he's a hell of a footballer. But now, I don't want him anywhere near this club. I don't want him anywhere near it. What say you?
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't want him to jump, and he's good. I don't know. I think part of my bias is with the fact that he used to play for City, and what? Oh, yeah, the picture. Yeah, apparently that's him. So I don't know.
I mean, it certainly looks like him. Sorry for those that are listening.
No, you're good.
Ryan just sent me a picture of Ezri Konsa in a 2003-2004 away Arsenal kit, the old 02 dark blue sleeves, kind of light blue pattern. You know what? Screw it. Here, just that's for those that are watching.
Yeah.
If you're listening, sorry, I just held a picture up. But anyway, go ahead, finish your thought. Sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't, and it's funny because I've defended a lot of Chelsea's hand-me-downs, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've never really been. I think he's a good player. Does he? I wanted someone to really raise the level, and to be fair, I don't know if there is a player. But I also like. Isn't he more of a striker than a left winger? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where he would play in our system. I'm assuming he'd probably play left wing. But yeah, I don't know. And this whole situation is just. It's one thing to like not be an Arsenal fan, or to maybe Arsenal wasn't your first choice, but it's another thing to be like essentially twerking for Barcelona and
Right.
talking about how it's your dream club and really like airing out all your laundry. And it's like I don't want a person that's airing out laundry, period, whether or not it's Barcelona. I mean, you kind of had it with Trossard and it worked out for us because he just wanted to move away, and like that situation was kind of untenable. But like, I don't know. It's just the way he's going about it is just very silly. I thought maybe he thought he was going to get the move to Barcelona, so he had no issues doing what he did. But Atletico is just really putting their feet in the sand, and they're like, nope, we're not doing this.
Well, think about it. You're going to sell him to a direct rival? I mean,
no, I'm not. I don't disagree with their stance at all. But yeah, I don't know. And I think I mentioned this in one of our group chats, but if you had told me we could flip them, and I definitely, this is me in fantasy land. I don't think it's fantasy. I don't think it's impossible. But if you tell me we could have them for even a year and we could flip them for like a profit or even just like even money, I'd consider it because I do. Oh, by myself, I do think. As oh my god, it's so funny. Anyways, I do think it's funny that I think it's funny that I'm by myself and I just lost my train of thought. Everybody, this is fantastic. Yeah, the whole. Oh, good. Now he's loading in. Oh, he's taking forever, dude. I panicked hard.
I have no idea what just happened. Everything just glitched, and then all of a sudden, like the home screen on my laptop.
So for the people that, so now, are you good now?
I think so.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell a quick story because I panicked hard. So there is a video. There's a video out there. I actually still have it on my phone. It's a very funny video. It was an old Ars Bros show. I think it was Ars Bros, and it was forgot his last name. It was Steve. He was on our show all the time with Scunny Mike, and I think it was just Scunny Mike and him. They're doing a show, and Scunny Mike just like disappears, and the look of sheer terror on Steve's face is like the fun. It's on my phone, so I think I was crying laughing. It's so funny, and it's funny. So when you disappeared, I had pretty much the same reaction, and I then started laughing.
I can't wait to see it.
I then started thinking about the video, which made me almost panic even more. But then I'm laughing because I'm thinking of the video, and then I completely lost my train of thought because I was thinking of the video. But yeah. So it's about Alvarez, and yeah, I don't want that near me. I would like to try to see if he could maybe Fantasyland. I know, but maybe if he really wants to go to Barcelona, trying to profit or even get even money. But I don't think all this fuss and all this like back and forth between the three clubs, I don't think it's worth it. I really don't think he's that good. But who am I? I've had people in my ear telling me how good he is and how he's such a major upgrade to us. So time will tell. But we're definitely, I promise you, we're definitely bringing someone in. That's for damn sure on that left. And again, we can talk about this player. And I don't agree with this. I don't want this player at our club either. But that's why I kind of brought up. I wouldn't be shocked if we hijacked the Barcola deal because he's been linked to Liverpool forever. They haven't signed him yet. And then on top of that, I've read that he prefers us over Liverpool. And I think he's kind of almost like waiting. I think he's like waiting for us. So, yeah, there's something going on, behind the scenes that isn't really being reported. But I don't know. The Alvarez thing, I can't get behind. I mean, if he puts an Arsenal shirt on, he smiles, then whatever. I'm gonna obviously back him, but yeah, it's too much stink for me.
I like at the end of the day, if Alvarez is in fact because again apparently Arteta's enamored with him, if we've got no choice but to back him, right? I mean, he comes in, it's we all throw our hand because at this point, I have not seen anything on socials that indicate that there is a soul that wants him at Arsenal Football Club. So I would hold my hands up and just say, okay, like dude, you've got to bag some goals here for us now, because otherwise this is a marriage that just is doomed from the beginning. So at the very least, if we know you're going to be out of here in a year, 2 years tops, dude, go. You've got to figure out how to you've got to score almost 50 for us in all comps over 2 years. You just have to. So, weirdly enough, I've got a player that I think that we've been linked with in a minor way. I have not seen anything concrete about this. I know that it's a fear of some people, but the more that I think about it, the more I think I might be coming around on it if it is in fact what happens. I wouldn't be totally upset, and I think I might blow your mind with this. You want to take a guess?
No. You said we were linked with him.
It very like early on. There were a
this
few
window.
Links. Yeah, there were a few links this window. They've really died down, but a lot of people are afraid that it's who we're going to end up with, like as a panic move on deadline day.
Oh my God! It's Stan. Stan said it, right?
Yep.
Stan said it in our group chat. I can't think. It's so bad. I can't think of the name. Marcus Rashford. Yeah. I couldn't it was like taken. Yeah.
The more
I think it's good. I hate this is my first of many hot takes of the night. I think I would prefer Rashford over Alvarez, given what we would pay Alvarez.
I don't know that that it's a hot take
given,
just because of the hatred,
yeah,
the vitriol toward Alvarez, but
I don't have vitriol or hatred towards him. I think it's
not you,
them.
just in
Yeah,
general, just in general.
but just the situation he's in, and it's going to then put us in eventually. A and B, just the amount of money we're going to pay a hell of a lot less for a Rashford, who, let's face
Yeah.
it, this United team might not be too good. And he didn't start, right? Yeah, he didn't start. He came on
did not
for
start.
for
Yeah, he came
for
on.
Dogu.
Yep.
So I don't hate it. I think he has a good relationship with Saka. I think he's a hard worker. I don't know. I don't think it's the silliest thing we could do. That's for sure.
In a situation like this is kind of how I'm viewing it. I think there would be a chip on his shoulder because he's been sent out on loan the last 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I think yesterday was the first action for United he's seen in 2 seasons. So, or at least a season and a half. I could be wrong. Somebody fact check me there. But I think there'd be a chip on his shoulder. I think you mentioned being good friends with Saka. I mean, we'd basically be looking to put together at this point almost the entire England World Cup squad at the rate we're going. But
please, not Harry Maguire, not Harry Maguire.
Right? Yeah. I don't.
Although he wasn't in the squad though, so never mind.
I don't need that refrigerator box anywhere near this club either.
Yeah.
But the connection, the bond, the hopefully chemistry that he has with Saka, with Declan Rice, with Ezri Konsa, with Eza, just imagine that. And I think the more that I think about the idea that Arteta wants creative tens playing in wide areas, I like it because I think Rashford has that creativity to him, but he also has that goal scoring ability that I think he can do both. I see him very much like Bukayo Saka actually. So if don't do a loan deal. Like just do it. Just go get him. Do 4 years with an extra. I don't even know how old he is. He's what, 27?
He's 28. It's funny.
I'd give him. I'd give him 4 years with an option for an extra year.
He's gonna be 29 on Halloween. So ooh. I mean,
make it 3 with an option for a 4.
So that's my only issue. My only issue with the entire deal is he's old, and I won't say it's as far as you're papering over cracks, but you're not. Who do we have waiting in the wings? Like, who's going to be the up and comer that kind of takes over? I mean, what you can say, Solis, but like Solis isn't here now, and he had such a good game week 1. And also for me, just given, and yes, I'm going to judge after 1 week because that's what we all do. I think Solis is better than Rashford, or I'd rather just stick with Solis at that point. Like, if we're going to bring Rashford, unless you want a Rashford in his depth, but then that gets tricky then too. You're going to bring a 29 almost 29-year-old in for depth. Like, it's
not a horrible idea.
It depends what we pay. Like, I think so. I like the Rashford deal. I do. I think on paper looks good. The only thing I'm worried about is his age, and I don't really know how much better he is than Solis. Granted, we have one. I mean, you could say preseason, but I don't really count preseason either. I think we have one game. We have a 1 game litmus test. So for me, with this whole Martinelli thing and the reason we're freezing him out, and this whole fucking hoopla that's going on in the club, we have Ian Wright speaking out, and like it's pretty bad. I'm already convincing myself I don't want Rashford. I need I need a VAR upgrade on Solis, a clear and obvious upgrade on Solis, because if we're just gonna bring someone in to compete with him, and the Martinelli thing to me is really bad.
I'm gonna go back to kind of the theme of the summer, which is the options are just very limited in terms of what's actually going to upgrade us on the left wing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I rattled off I think 10 names to you guys in the group chat of players that are probably better than Martinelli, but then it becomes a matter of how.
The fuck did you do that? Oh, our
When
group
did I do
chat.
it?
I thought you meant the group chat here. I'm like, I don't see
Oh, no,
that.
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
our group chat.
on
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the,
yeah,
in the
yeah.
in the WhatsApp. And then I looked at those players and I said, okay, who's actually available? I'm not going to go back through it just because it'll take me a week
Yeah,
and a
yeah,
day to find it. But the fact is that there just aren't that many players that are available at a reasonable price. And when I say reasonable, I want to make it clear that I'm not talking about being cheap. We were willing to pay probably 160 million euros for Vinny Jr. And I think that's reasonable for a player of that quality, of that class. Probably more so if there weren't leverage from Vinny Jr.'s camp in Real Madrid, knowing that they're not going to let him run his contract down. If he still had 2 or 3 years left, I mean, right now, if somebody came in, say next summer for Vinny Jr. having just signed a new contract, you're probably talking 200 million for him. That's
I
probably
don't know. Did
reasonable.
you see his first game? I don't think he was that good, but
Now,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
um,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
but so like Barcola's not worth 140 million.
No,
Morgan
I agree.
Rogers
I don't
isn't
want
worth
him.
117 million. When I say reasonable, if the
Yeah.
player is worth it, pay it. Julian Alvarez is not worth 100 million. He's just not. 80? Yes.
Oh,
Not 100. But so in that vein, Barcola is extremely overpriced. I think Alvarez is probably going to be overpriced, and you get into now a world of unknowns that you're buying potential, but you're spending tens of millions of pounds on potential. Kenan Yildiz, this is the name that everybody. I would say the consensus is most Arsenal fans want Yildiz at this point. I don't know enough about him, but he's
I
not a
don't
hundred
want
million
him.
pound player. Go ahead.
I do not. I no. I was saying I don't want
Oh,
him.
oh, I thought you said you had one, like you had a name.
No, no, no,
Um,
no. Well, I
I
do,
don't
but
know enough
I've already
about him.
said it.
I don't know
I
enough
Yeah,
about him, so
he's
I'll
good.
move on.
I don't know. He didn't have a good
Um,
World Cup,
did or did not? What
which
is
he
he
did.
Turkish?
He didn't. Yeah, he did not. My only thing
Um,
with Barcola, real quick, and I don't. We preface. Yeah, we did see that. I don't want him. I don't really. Since I don't want him, I don't want him because of the price. But what I will say is, he's 23. So bringing him in, paying a little bit overpriced. A, it's the market, but B, he could be. He's not. He's not an upgrade right now. Maybe. You know what? I think right now he could be an upgrade on Martinelli, but I think you're paying for what he's gonna do. You're paying for what he's gonna do in a couple of years, not right now. I think he can. I think he can definitely be a superstar. I think he can be a very good player, and I think we are a team that can make him a very good player, giving him more minutes than
you're
he did at PSG. But again, do I want to take that risk? Me personally, no, but I could see it.
I don't know, man. I can't. I'll be honest with you. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is about him that I don't like. I don't know what it is about his game that I don't like. There's just something
His
that I just don't look. If we could do it for say 70 million, sure. I'd be
It's
like
funny.
70 million,
He's a
cool.
better Martinelli. That's how I watching him play in the World Cup. He's a better
Is he
Martinelli.
Martinelli with a better end product? Is that what it boils
He
down
well
to?
his weakness is his end product, but like it's better than Martinelli's, I would say. He also he runs like Martinelli, but he also makes those runs. He cuts into the middle of the pitch, which I feel like Martinelli doesn't do as much. Martinelli's more of
Martinelli just stays
a
wide.
yeah, he stays wide, chucks in the boots. Barco's willing to make those runs, whether it be running to the corner flag or running or cutting across. Um,
Is he
I think
140? Is he 140 million euros to you?
not right now, no, but I think and my point is, I think he can be, just not right now.
Interesting. So
Again, he's an upgrade. I think he's an upgrade on Martinelli. I think
I believe
he'll
that. I think yes. I would agree with
he
that.
brings something to the team that I think other teams will be scared's not the right word. Maybe worried about. They'll think twice when Barcola gets the ball. But again, he's not going to come to this team if we were to sign him. He's not going to come to the team and be a superstar right away. He's someone who I honestly again, for those who didn't watch the show on Friday or listen to the show on Friday, I gave Solis my first star. Or did I give it to Miles? Oh, it doesn't really matter. They both honestly.
No, you and Mike both gave it to Solis.
It's 1A, 1B for me for both of them. But so obviously I rate Solis highly, and I mean my only litmus test is the one game. But I think we bring Barcola in. I don't think he starts automatically over Solis, but then again, the amount of money, it's like with any league. You pay enough money for someone, you kind of have to start them just because you paid so much.
That's the other thing. So it comes back to I don't remember when we said that. We may have said it Friday. If this is the transfer window, if Martinelli stays, because the caveat is if Martinelli goes, we need to replace him. But if this is the transfer window, if this is it, in terms of incomings, and we keep Martinelli and Solis, and that's our left side, with the rare exception maybe of Eza going out there, possibly Ethan playing on the left, which I don't.
You took me seriously? No, I was kidding.
I don't like that idea of Ethan playing on the left.
Yeah, I said it.
I'm simply rattling off options, because if Martinelli goes and nobody else comes in, then it's Solis, Eza, Matchweek. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. So are you satisfied with that if Martinelli stays and it's Martinelli and Solis? And Solis again is your number one left winger?
So you asked this question, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago.
Probably, yeah, I'm sure.
And I said I would be content.
Yeah.
I'm probably still content, but not as content, just given the situation that Martinelli is currently in.
Right.
And it's kind of like a thing like fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
To where I think he's gonna kind of have his guard up and be like, oh, they did this to me, how dare they? Maybe
I mentioned that on Friday after the post match.
I feel like we would have saw that more. For hell, I think we would have saw that over Eza on Friday, but that didn't.
Let me ask you a question, just real quick, kind of on that front. So there's a rumor that Gyökeres is hurt. If he's hurt,
I didn't see that. Oh.
And he didn't warm up at all before or during the game, nor did he warm down after. He did nothing.
So why did he have a shirt? Dude, I mean,
there's my question to you, is that if he is in fact injured, why did he get a shirt over a player that isn't injured but may very well be on his way out the door? Is that a move is that a bad look from Arteta? Because if it's true, that's a really, really bad look for a manager that is trying to raise the level of his sphere. And when I say sphere, I mean atmosphere, stratosphere, troposphere, clouds. But he's trying to become the guy in the Premier League, the next manager that gets looked at the way that Pep and Klopp and Fergie and Wenger, that. He's next in line to be kind of that guy. That's a really bad look. I'm very curious. I can't confirm it, but I've heard rumors that Gyökeres did nothing on Friday. He came out with a shirt, and that is all he did.
Yeah, I mean, it's either he did warm up or he didn't warm up. So I'm not going to say I don't believe that.
I didn't see. I
don't believe he's hurt. It just doesn't, because then that looks really bad. But it also doesn't make any sense because Martinelli wasn't the only player that we left out.
Right.
So, and not for nothing, but Gyökeres is also being linked, unless they're trying to be funny and they gave him a shirt as to say he's not injured, he's on the squad, and they're trying to sell him to Barcelona knowing he's hurt, or sell him to Athletic knowing he's hurt. But then again, they'll do a medical and they'll just figure it out. So, yeah, I don't know enough about what you read about him being hurt, but it doesn't to me. It makes 0 sense, or maybe 1% sense for that matter that he's hurt.
Well,
I don't say that.
and the only and one other thing I'll bring up, and because you made mention of it, there are got to think that Ezri Konsa is going to get a shirt on Monday
Yeah,
against Villa. So somebody else is going to come out of the lineup at that point, and
probably
we're
Ethan.
gonna so the Guimaraes injury. I'm hearing more now that he could be available for Monday against Villa. The 6-week thing I've not heard since Friday. I'm hearing more.
Oh
now.
yeah, I heard he's fine. Yeah, I think I said it on the show on Friday. Arteta said it's not even weeks. He'll be back soon.
So there are two players that are going to come into the side on Monday against Villa, which means that there are two players that are going to have to drop out.
It'll
So
be Ethan and Dowman for sure.
that's what I
I
was going
would
to say.
think.
But I mean, do you? I mean, it's boy, that's tough. I would like to think that Ethan goes on loan before then, just to sort of eradicate that problem. And not for nothing, but I am thrilled to see the rumors that Ethan that we're only open to loan deals for Ethan, that his future is in fact uh, in North London. So I think it's just a matter of finding the right club for him.
Oh, I heard it was just the Premier League, North London.
What?
'Cause I heard that he was linked to a move to Everton.
Oh
That
no
is
no
not
no
in
no
it.
no 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 no. His future is going to stay
Oh, I
with
thought you meant a
Arsenal. No no
loan.
no no no.
Oh,
We're only willing to do a loan move for him because his future is with us. That's
oh,
what he
okay,
said.
yeah, yeah.
The biggest thing is just go somewhere where you're going to play centrally and you're going to get those minutes. I'm very cool with it being Everton. I love that. I don't know about the fit tactically.
Talk with Fulham too. I don't know, I read so many places.
Boy oh boy, imagine him going to Fulham, and now we've got Ethan and Smith Rowe.
He he would take ESR's position probably. That's
Yeah, he
funny.
probably would. Now that yeah, because they both kind of play off the right. So, yeah, there it is. Sean, he's linked to Fulham, Everton, Crystal Palace, and Dortmund. Dortmund, I wouldn't hate. That actually might be of
Well,
all of the options.
he
Dortmund
was
might
linked
be
to
one of the
Dortmund,
best ones.
but Dortmund just signed somebody. I forget who. I think they signed the Greek guy that I think is like Ethan's not
Yeah,
going
is
there.
that where he play? Does he play in that position?
I think so. All I know is he was linked to Dortmund early on in the transfer window, and then Dortmund signed somebody.
Well, that Greek
But
kid that you're
that's
referring
but
to,
I,
I mean,
yeah,
he played us at the Emirates in the Emirates Cup a couple of weeks ago. He was there with them.
yeah. I could be completely wrong.
Unless it's somebody else.
It could be someone else, but I think that's what I read. It was the Greek guy. He's like a young kid too.
Yeah, very at 19, I think, same age.
Yeah.
Same age as
So
Ethan.
I don't know, but
Um,
yeah, I wouldn't hate even a loan. I think I heard they're trying to loan him out in the Premier League, which I don't hate.
That would be the best move, because it keeps him in the best league in the world, playing against the best players in the world. That's ultimately what I would like to see. I don't hate the idea of him going to Palace, Sean. I wouldn't mind that at all. But I'm trying to think of what else is.
He was linked with Ipswich. I don't know too much about how they are, but like at this point, in my opinion, he needs minutes. He needs. I don't
He
care
just
what
needs
system
minutes.
or tactics.
That's the
He
biggest
needs
thing. He just
minutes
needs minutes.
because you look at a player like Miles Lewis Skelly, and he's been with us he's been in the first team for a few years. We didn't even have him playing the right position until May of last year, or I guess this year, this last season.
Yeah.
So I mean, at this point, I don't really care who Ethan plays. I mean, I do in a sense, but like I just want him to get minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't really matter.
No,
What kind of
I'm
team?
with you there. So we've covered Martinelli to Saudi Arabia, the Gyökeres just briefly, but Gyökeres to potentially Barcelona, which is weird. That's a weird link to me. That
Dude,
Gyökeres could go to but is that the make weight for Alvarez to come to Arsenal then? Because that seems to be
But then there was also rumors that we were going to give Cash and Gyökeres, which that was a rumor early on in the window. Now I'm seeing more of that now.
Well, I also
Um,
heard it. I also heard it for Yildiz.
yeah, and
Gyökeres and
then
68 million for Keenan or Kennan. I think it's Kennan
I've
Yildiz. Whatever.
Cannon, yeah, Cannon.
I heard 68 million pounds and Viktor Gyökeres to Juventus for you. He'd kill it in Italy. Gyökeres would. That'd be a great deal for Juventus. You kidding me?
And then yeah, and then I read today that he is not happy here. So it's again
I saw that too, but
we talked on Friday how I just can't wrap my brain around this because it's either he doesn't want to be here or we don't, or the staff don't want him here. And I don't care if Arteta didn't want him and Berta got him. I mean, I don't want to dive it. It's not, I mean, facts are he was our leading goal scorer. Now you take that, it's not, you could be like, oh, we didn't score enough goals. We didn't do this. It doesn't matter. He was our leading goal scorer in all competitions, right? So, and it was his first season with the team. Like, you really think he's gonna go off a cliff? You really, you think it? You really think he's not? The math isn't mathing for me. You could say what you want. You could be like Mike and say you don't like him because you don't like him. I'm in the camp of I actually think I like him. I don't think he's a starter for us, but I do think he offers more than what the average Arsenal supporter thinks. I think he's got great hold up play. He's physical. He's only getting those fights. I think he's a great guy to come off the bench, or he's a good guy to start for a half. Kind of push the defenders around, knock them up a little bit, and then Kai comes in and just dances around and scores. I don't know, but I think he offers us something, and leading goal scorer of the team, and it's your first season in the Premier League, the hardest league when you came from, not the best league. The Portuguese league is not the best league, so it doesn't make sense. But now if he's saying he's not happy, that's another situation. That's then okay. You don't like which again is very bizarre too. You get your move, you come to the Premier League, the best league in the world, and you win a trophy right away.
Right.
And now, which then I would then go just personal life. He's unhappy with whatever it is, like with Torreira, the weather, or I don't know if it was Torreira, but Torreira's homesick. But it could be a million things. It could be homesick. It could be the weather. It could be the nightlife. But I think he found a girlfriend. So in England. So it's such a weird.
I don't think he's unhappy. I don't think. I mean, Sean said, guys, the Gyökeres links are all being pushed by sources not related to Arsenal. Excuse me. He is staying in there, stirring up stuff to try and get Atletico to sell Alvarez, given the circumstances. I wouldn't doubt that for a minute.
But then why okay? That's fine. And then to Sean's credit, that's a very plausible. I like that. I never thought of that. Well, yeah, but then why are we signing Alvarez then? We have Kai, we have Gyökeres, and I've been looking up while we were talking. Alvarez plays striker. He's not a left winger. He's a striker. So we're bringing Alvarez to be striker. We have two strikers already. Why are we bringing Alvarez? Because I don't think Alvarez is better than Kai. I don't. Maybe that's not a hot take. Hey, you know what? This will be my hot take. I don't think Alvarez 100% is better than Gyökeres. I don't. Now, if you really want to if you give me some truth serum, I'll say who do I think is better? Probably Alvarez, but I can't say with 100% certainty Alvarez is better than Gyökeres. I don't think Alvarez is going to raise our floor that much, because then if we bring in Alvarez, then you're going to bench. I just think I don't even care at this point. I don't even care about Gyökeres. I care more about Kai, and Kai is better than him. I don't want him to come in and take Kai out of the mix.
Alvarez has played his fair share of left wing. He played left wing at City. I mean, he was there with Holland. He certainly did.
Okay.
Yeah. So
everywhere I look, it says striker, and I was like, he definitely played on the wing.
He plays off the left. Look, I'll say this, and I said it the other night about what Gyökeres likes to do. Alvarez really likes to do the same thing. He likes to be in those left side channels, and break inside. That's how he scores the bulk of his goals. That's just what he does. So I think they're like for like, but Alvarez is probably a bit more versatile than is Gyökeres. But now you see, I think if it's an Alvarez and Gyökeres out, then why are you selling Gabby? Is Alvarez going to be first choice
that was
left
my
wing? And then
that was my point earlier. I think
yeah.
we're bringing someone else in that we don't know about. Like I genuinely think, that was it the Eza deal? There was a deal where you could say it's the Trossard deal, but we were linked with solely before Trossard was being sold. But I genuinely think like if Martinelli goes, like within hours, there will be a story that says Arsenal hijacked Liverpool Barcola. I'm not saying that's an example. You're gonna hear a name, and I genuinely think it's Barcola. Now, do I want that's another social? But like, why hasn't Liverpool signed Barcola? Like he's been linked with they've been linked with him forever, and they were willing to go pretty high.
Yeah, but I think the reason they haven't signed him is because of the asking price. I think PSG are holding out for 140 million euros, and that's just crazy. I think that's a crazy number for him.
No, it is. I agree.
This market is absolutely nuts when it comes like what clubs are asking for their players, and you can trace it back to one. You can trace back to one move because it's had ripple effects all through Europe, and it's City bringing in.
Real quick, I need a witness. You're my witness, but I want to chat to my witness. Because I'm gonna meet Mike eventually. I want to make sure I'm wearing I want to make sure I have an Eza jersey on when I'm meeting him, and I want because I want to be honest, Mike. Like so if I know you, if I like you, I'm a hugger. So if we meet, maybe I'll dap you up. Then I'll go in for the hug. But I want you when you hug me to feel that ESE or EZE. I said ESE. I want to feel that EZE in the back of my shirt. So, yeah. So I got to make sure I have an Eza jersey next time.
How is it Ebbs? How is his nickname Ebbs? How is it not EZE? Like it.
There's someone with that name already.
It's not.
Wait. Now the real question is, Sean, why do you have 3 Eza kits? That's crazy to me. If for people listening, Sean is talking about how he has 3 Eza kits. I think that's unless you have a Palace one, which I don't hate. Which is funny because I think it's Palace's home. I saw it on Twitter the other day. It is nice, and it's on my list.
It's weird. It's black.
No, see, I didn't see. I saw another one. It's the standard blue and red.
I need it unless the black ones are third.
Maybe, but I need a Tomiyasu Palace jersey, and if the design is right, I'm gonna get it. But it's on my list. I mean, I still need a Welbeck Brighton jersey, and yeah, I know he's at Chelsea now, but I'm still gonna get a Welbeck Brighton jersey. Yeah, I have so many more, but yeah, that's okay. You should send him to Saka Anonymous. That's great. I don't know. I guess so. It's funny. So real quick, going off on a tangent. I only the last couple years have I. That's insane. Sean, I would love to get a beer with you and chat it up. That's just insane, though. But anyways,
no. But for every beer he drinks, he has to change the shirt.
Yeah, change your Eza shirt. But yeah, no, I lost my train of thought because now I can think about is Sean wearing like 3 Eza kits. Dude, what was I talking about? Oh no, so like the last few years, I have, only recently got like players' names on the back. So I was never like into that. But my first ever is I have an ESR one from might have been the season we brought him into the first team where he played Chelsea, the red one. It's such a nice shirt. Funny enough, I've another ESR shirt, but that's when he's on Fulham. But yeah, no. So like I don't like duplicating. I just like I have a Rice, I have a Saka, I have a Ben White, I have a shit. Like obviously an Ian Wright. It's funny. This is like I should be on a list somewhere, an Arsenal blacklist somewhere. I don't have a Thierry Henry jersey.
I don't have a Dennis Bergkamp jersey.
Which I want one. I don't have a Dennis one either. The only two Arsenal players I have that don't play for the, well, I guess three. I have an Ozil, a Ian Wright, and I have a Arshavin.
I'd rock an Arshavin jersey. Yeah.
Oh, I've worn it. It's awesome. I guess in an El Neni because he used to play for the club too. But yeah, no. But yeah, I can't have more than one flyer, and I'm like, and I like that though because I'm starting to get like annoyed with having players in the back of my shirts because obviously you support the team over the player, but also, and I hope Arsenal Direct aren't really watching, but or maybe I hope you are. The numbers come off the kits, so like I have
be better. There,
what do you
it's
mean?
terrible. Not you, them. I'm agreeing with
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Arsenal
I
Direct,
have
you see this, be better.
I have Timber in last year's kit, the blue. I got the Arsenal font where it's like silver numbers. It's so fucking beautiful. The 12, the 2 and the 12 is already coming off, and I'm like, bro, like, what are we doing? The Saka, I have the pink Saka. That number's not great. The Odegaard and the black one that I love, that's coming off. Yeah, okay. No, not a fan. Well, the only caveat I will say to Mike, the only thing I will allow. So like the blue kit this season, it's like a callback to the Bruce Banano kit. I would allow if you have like an Ian Wright in the away jersey this season because you're paying homage to an old jersey, then I would say fine. But if you have like an Ozil, a third kit, I'd be like you're a weirdo. But it's just my 2 cents on kits. We honestly we can have a whole podcast.
We could do a show, yeah.
I love kits.
What about Arteta? Would you do Arteta on the?
So this is where I hope Arteta's not watching. I was not a fan of him as a player. When I was watching him, I was just kind of like, he's a good leader. He's to me like I guess what you would say like a Jordan Henderson was to like Liverpool, where it's like, yeah, you're a good leader on the pitch, but like, what do you bring to the team? I just didn't think he was like really like that. Like again, when you're during those years, we wanted to be better. We didn't want to, top 4 wasn't a trophy, so he wanted to be better. So I expected better, and I just didn't think he was good enough to be starting for us. So. Not that I didn't like him. He was fine, but I guess now after like he won us a trophy, I guess I would say if the right kit was like on sale somewhere and it was like an affordable price and his name's on the back of it, but I really like the kit, then I would do it. But I wouldn't like go out of my way and put his name on the back of a shirt.
Yeah. Interesting conversation.
Morphed into. I want to have a show where we like rate everybody's kit in the Premier League.
Just
like
can do it next week.
Love the fashion.
I will tell you that I have not put a player's number, a current player's number on the back of a shirt in probably 5 years. El Neni. On the green third kit, like the dark green and blue, the third kit that we had, I think in like I have El Neni on the back of that one. That is, I'm looking at my shirts right now, but I just don't do it. I'm a bit superstitious. I hate if a player is going to leave. And I'm superstitious. I'm like, oh, if I get this,
and that's on the other side of the coin.
Something's gonna happen.
And I like that. And I was in your boat. I was the same way. And then it got to a point where I'm like, well, if ESR leaves, I love him as a player. What he did for us, not only coming from the academy, but just him in that Chelsea game and like everything. I was like, I'm okay if he leaves. Like I'm gonna rock this shit. I don't care.
Who was that?
ESR.
Oh, yeah.
So like every person I've gotten, I'm like, if they leave, like, I'm not afraid to like wear this out. But it's funny. It's turned that's how it was like the first couple kits. Now it's turned into like, I know this sounds terrible because you ask my wife, I don't have a fashion sense. Not that I don't have one. I just don't know what matches. So I don't know like what works, what doesn't work. But I like the Arsenal font is 20 infinity times better than the Premier League font, right? So I'll always
Mm-hmm.
with the Premier League font, and sometimes when it hits, like when it matches, like the blue, like so I have the El Neni, the ugly highlighter yellow kit with the black
Oh
like
yeah,
stripes
yeah,
over it.
yeah.
I have that in the El Neni, but the blue just pops off the shirt, the blue at the back of the number. So I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
have to get a number. To be fair, I wouldn't have got that kit had it not been for that blue. Or like last season, or at the Timber one, the blue one, the silver just looks so sleek. It looks so like it just looks so nice. And this year, the away kit, I just love the yellow and the blue. So I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna get that. I'm leaning towards Miles Lewis Skelly. I'll probably go Skelly in that ish. But again, like I'm nervous, not because of superstition, which is funny because there was talk that he was going to leave. But I'm again, I guess not shot out Arsenal Direct. I'm worried about the number falling off after wearing
Right.
it once or twice.
My
So that's upsetting.
what I typically do is I'll order the jersey, and then now this is I'm in a different boat, I think, and I don't like, please don't anybody take this as me bigging myself up. I don't mean it this way. But I do usually make at least one annual pilgrimage across the pond to go to some games, and I'll take the blank kits with me when I go over there, and I'll just have them do it at the Armory, and they usually that seems to, I don't know what it is. I don't know why when you get it from, like, what is Arsenal Direct? Because I have to think that it's the same process. I've sat there and watched them personalize a shirt for me. I so I don't know why Arsenal Direct, is it maybe because it's like it's made, then it's folded up and it's packaged and it's shipped, and somewhere in there like it doesn't have time to set, because I don't have, knock on wood, any problems with any of my shirts. The only one that I have a problem with I bought from Classic Football Shirts, and it's an old shirt. It's an 0304 Robert Pires away shirt, and it's like it's sort of starting to come apart, but I can fix it. Um, but that's the only shirt that I actually have any
Yeah.
problems with.
Well, it's
So
funny the black the nice black
black and like
gold.
gold,
Yeah, a few years
yeah,
ago, I had that Noteguard. That I think my wife wore it, and it came off right away. I mean, you just use an iron, and we've kind of ironed it back on, so it's fine. And
yeah.
I'm probably gonna do the same with the Timber one, but it's like really like I haven't. That's crazy.
Wow.
But I don't know. I don't
BX,
know.
did you send it back?
I haven't.
Sorry, but
Oh,
continue.
I've sent it.
Sorry.
No, that's fair. I would like to know that too. There's also who was? I mean, this wasn't also direct, but I just saw it recently. Someone got a Mikel Marino a shirt, and I think he was 9 for Spain, and it's an upside down 6, and you could clearly see it's an upside down 6. Like there's no like,
Wow.
it looks weird. You're like what, and you're like, oh, that's definitely upside down 6. And they never responded to emails. Oh wow, interesting. But like I think I this is just a guess. I don't know. I don't know the inner workings of Arsenal Direct. Part of me just thinks that when they make those orders, they're just like one, two, quick, 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 quick. They're like almost like an assembly line. Like, up, he's disappearing again, and I'm gonna go black, and I'm gonna, oh no, he's back. They're just like quick, 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 quick. Whereas like if you go to the actual armory and they do it, they're like a little slower. That's like, okay, I wouldn't even be shocked if they're not made in the same place.
Oh,
So,
I know they're not made at the Armory. I know that for a fact.
oh, okay. So then
You mean the
so
ones that get shipped out? Yeah, they're not made at the
oh,
Armory.
okay.
I know
So there
that
you
for
go.
otherwise you'd never be able to. They'd never be able to keep up. They'd never be able to keep up.
I guess there's so many people, but yeah,
It's
that's
got to
fair.
be. It's got to be. It's got to be a fact. Like, I have seen that line. So, for those that don't know, when you walk into the Armory, the kits are usually kind of right in front of you, and then off to, as you're walking in, they're right in front of you and off to the left. But then if you make a right and you go all the way back, there's a line for stadium tours, and then just beyond that is where they do the shirt printing. And excuse me, I have seen that line extend into the actual store itself. Like that line has extended into merchandise, um, waiting to get a shirt
Mm.
printed, and usually when I've seen it, it's usually like on a match day when I'm going in. I've gone in like 2 hours prior to kickoff or something like that, and it's mad. It's absolutely insane, and which I would never ever do that. I hate lines. I know that queuing is a very big part of English culture, but I cannot stand waiting in lines. Like I love amusement parks, but I want to go on an off day because I can't stand waiting in lines.
Oh
Um,
man, yeah. If you hate lines, you've
but
never. I that's fair. We've never been in a line together. I don't really think because you would. Do. I'm so much fun to be in a line with. I will
I
say.
like it's a little that like it would be different with you,
I
but
would
I
give you the
can't.
craziest would you rather's ever, or like
Oh,
fuck
let's
Mary
get
kills.
let's come on, let's
I
go.
would get you thinking. I'll
Oh,
if
I love that.
listen
I
if
love
you
it.
ever want to tangent again, if you ever want to stir shit up and you have people arguing or people, or you go like, hey, quick question, guys, is a hot dog a sandwich? And then you just walk away, and then you just let the
You-
chaos ensue.
the last time I was at an amusement park, for those that there's a game that you can download on your phone, and I think it's called Heads Up, where you
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
your
yeah,
phone up
yeah,
so that
yeah.
and then you get it. You either get it wrong or you pass. You got to go to like something. I don't know. Anyway, the last time I was like at an amusement park waiting in a line. Gary, good night, sir. Thanks for being out there. We appreciate you, buddy.
Gary, I
Good
promise you,
good
we'll
to
get
good to
back to
have you back in the
Arsenal
mix.
football if you want to rewatch us or just fast forward. We will definitely go back to it, but keep continuing
Yeah.
your story.
But anyway, no, that's what I did the last time I was in a
Oh
line
yeah, that's
like
not
that. Just
terrible.
playing Heads Up all the time, or like Sporkle or something like that, which is another
Yeah,
app
yeah.
like a sports. It's not just sports, I guess. But anyway, we've really kind of branched off here. I mean, at least we're
Yeah.
talking about Arsenal kits. I like the idea of rating or ranking Premier League kits this year. So there's an idea for maybe we do that
Do we
next
do
week.
we do one show for home kits, one show for away kits, one show for third kits? I mean,
Sure, I like
possibilities
it.
are endless.
I
Though,
like it.
okay, real quick, this is for the chat.
Yeah.
I kind of wish Gary was here because I want his opinion. So my wife's company picnic is tomorrow, and it's at an amusement park. It's a lot of fun. All you can eat, drink. It's a hell of a time. But so every year I usually wear an Arsenal shirt and like whatever, fine. I was like, oh, I want to change it up, but I feel like all the shirts I own, like soccer kits, are like probably the best for like because I'm probably going to be sweating a little bit and I'm going to be outside for like 10 hours. It's gonna be a while. Um, I was debating wearing my Fulham ESR kit because they play Chelsea tomorrow.
Hmm.
But then I go, well, what if we lose? Well, whatever. It's Fulham. I'm not a Fulham fan. Well, what if, I see a Chelsea kid on? And like, yeah, fuck you. I'm an Arsenal fan. You fucking suck. So I think I'm convincing myself to wear it tomorrow. But I'm curious, should I wear an Arsenal shirt or do I wear a Fulham ESR shirt and supporting Fulham beating Chelsea tomorrow? Uh,
BX has a very good point. Don't wear
Well,
white to a picnic.
so
Good
BX, I
call.
don't have the white Fulham kit. See, I'm really mad. You must have not been on the. I think I've worn it on this show a couple times. It's the black and white striped kit from last year. It's a last year's away kit.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
See
right.
now,
That's right.
BX, don't you have to stay on the chat now because at some point when Tanner goes on his little when he starts talking, I'm gonna go get it and I will show you.
Do you need me to vamp for you while you go get this shirt?
Not right now, but eventually. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna wear that. So if anyone in the chat says that's not a good idea, I shouldn't wear it, please feel free to let me know. I also just feel, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I wear Arsenal shirts out all the time. I have so many shirts, but I'm just like in my own head about it. I'm like, do I really want to wear an Arsenal shirt to my wife's company picnic again? And I feel like I meet the same people, and I just see and I'm like, he's in an Arsenal shirt again. Oh yeah, fucking love the club, bitch. But and last thing, to sports world, I am not in New York City. I born and raised on Long Island, and I'm in Connecticut now. But
Long Island.
yeah, Long Island.
Long Island.
So, but yeah, no, I still go to New York City. I was I was at a New York City bar for Arsenal for a Champions League final. I try to go to as many Arsenal bars as I can. So when I'm home on Long Island to see my parents, I try to go to the city, or I go to the Arsenal bar on Long Island, which is a lot of fun too. But yeah. Well, hold on, BX, be that guy. What? Be that guy that wears a Fulham jersey, or be that guy that just always wears Arsenal shirts? Because yeah, it's fun, but like I just and also I get and again, we need to get back to Arsenal, but to that I will say most of my shirts now like I don't want to wear them out because their numbers are fucked up. So fuck you, Arsenal Direct. But so yeah, like the timber,
That's crazy to me.
like the timber would go so hard. I would love to wear timber. The two's like coming on, like not like bad, like it's not noticeable, but I'm also weird where like I get the littlest hole in my sock, the sock gets thrown out. I can't knowing that there's like an imperfection in my shirt, I can't wear it. So and I'm gonna be like at an amusement park on rides and stuff. Like I don't want to do that. Drinking will be involved too, so I can't mess up any of my Arsenal shirts. They're already like not perfect, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Try to reel this back in and get back to
Yeah.
Arsenal for some final thoughts. What else?
Well, we're talking about Gyökeres. What do you think? Like, do you think we want to get rid of him, or do you think he wants to leave?
I don't think
I don't.
either. That's the crazy thing is I don't think either.
So,
I don't
so
think
what
we
do you
want to
think
get
these
rid of him.
links
And
are?
I kind of go back to what Sean said. I think Sean kind of nailed it. I think the Gyökeres
Oh
things
yeah,
are
Sean
coming
did say that.
from
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
outside
Sure.
outside entities, and I just don't get it. Why would you? Why if it doesn't make any sense. Like you said earlier, you brought up a lot of really good points as to why would he want to leave? Think of this, think of that. We just won a trophy. He was a leading scorer on the team. And remember, he was brought in before the major Kai knee injury. So he came here knowing that he was going to, at the very least, share minutes with Kai Havertz. He never signed here thinking he's going to be the number one striker. It was always going to be a 1A, 1B kind of thing. It was always going to be a horses for courses. Kind of, if Kai would have stayed healthy, I think that's exactly what it would have been. I think you may have seen a bit more of Kai in the midfield last season if he would have been fully healthy all the way through. I think you could have seen them both play together. But I don't think he wants out, and I don't think we want to sell him. I think that if there's an opportunity to see, again, it doesn't make any sense to get rid of him and then not replace him as a striker. Alvarez, yes, can play both left wing and striker.
But I think that's the point.
But you're not going to play Alvarez in every game of the season. He either starts at left wing or all of a sudden he starts at striker. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't think it's crazy because you have Kai,
but every
and you have
game,
Solis.
But every game.
No, I mean we talked
I'm
this
not
ad
saying that he would
nauseum.
start every game, but you would lose 2 and only gain 1. And I just don't see. I don't see that. I don't think.
No. I think Martinelli is not linked to Alvarez. I think Martinelli goes. Something else happens. I think the Alvarez thing and the Gyökeres thing. Well, hold on. Let me get through. Let me work this out through my brain. I think if we need to add Gyökeres to the Alvarez deal, we add him, and the Martinelli thing is completely separate entities. But if we don't add Gyökeres to the deal and we just pay money for him, then I think Martinelli becomes part of the Alvarez deal in a sense of Alvarez is coming in, Martinelli's going out. I did not watch it, but I will have to watch it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm annoyed because that's the thing. I don't want to get rid of Gyökeres to get Alvarez.
I also don't believe the Alvarez rumors.
Even
I don't think that he doesn't fit with. He just doesn't fit the vibe that Arteta is trying to create. He just doesn't.
See, I don't want to say
he doesn't fit.
I don't think he fits the vibe. But I think Arteta likes him so much, and he has a relationship with him because of City that I think he just wants him. It's I know this player's good. I've worked with him.
They weren't together at City.
Not even for the last year. I thought he was for a year.
No. Alvarez is only like 23 years
But
old.
he,
He was at
but he
City for 1
knows.
year, and it was 2 years ago. I'm not saying they
He
don't
was.
know each other. They weren't at City together. He
I
was only at
thought
City for
they.
1 year.
I thought they have. I read that they have a really good relationship together. Okay.
They may. They may, but
Yeah.
they were not at City together.
All right. Well,
No, he was only
okay.
at City
Fair.
for a year,
But
and that was
okay.
2. This is his second year at Atletico Madrid. And before that, he was at City for 1 year before they sold him to Atletico Madrid.
Are
Because
you
I remember,
sure? He's only
I
1 year.
swear to you, I swear.
I no, I believe. Oh no. See. Okay.
Um,
Well, I have to correct you. He was at City for 2 years, but
I
regardless,
thought he was only there.
still,
Oh no! But listen,
I thought he was there
double-check
for
it,
more than.
because I think they bought him and they loaned him back to where they bought him from, and he only actually played 1 season at City. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain that's how
No.
that deal worked.
It says he was at City 22 to 23 and 23 to 24.
I don't think I am not sure he played for City in 22-23. I feel like he got loaned back
You,
to the club where they
you,
bought him from.
you could be right, but I remember him playing more than 1 year. But again, I don't have a great memory, so like me saying that means absolutely nothing. Let's see, loaned out. I'm looking right now. No, he's not. He wasn't loaned out.
Was he there? Okay.
He was
All right.
there.
I'm wrong. I've been wrong before.
Are you short? No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So I don't know. I just, yeah, I don't
But
want
he was
to.
definitely not there with Arteta. That much I can promise.
Yeah, whatever you think about Alvarez, yeah, whatever you think of Alvarez, whatever you think about Gyökeres, you could love Alvarez, hate Gyökeres, but like, I guess there is a world where you would be like, yes, fuck, get rid of Gyökeres, bring in Alvarez, but it's like you really want to like, I don't know how he, like you said, you don't like his vibe. I don't know if it's his vibe that I don't like, but I don't know. I
don't like how he has treated this. I want to go to Barcelona. You've only been at Atleti for a year. You've only been there for a year, and you're
no, he's been there longer than that.
This is his second year.
Yeah. This is his third year. This is his third year.
Really?
You're all right. Yeah. I was like, he was definitely there longer than a year. This is his third year. I'm looking at his thing right now.
Okay. All right. If you're looking at it right now,
Because he was there
off you go.
24 to 25, and then he was there 25 to
25,
26, and then
okay.
20. Yeah.
Man, oh my God, don't get old, kids. Don't get old. Time just starts to fly. You get next to you, you blink in 5 years, especially like that was just last week. No, it wasn't. It was 5 years ago. I still don't like it. It does make it a little more palatable that he's been there for 2 years, and so okay, you've got 2 years under your belt with, a system and a manager that, whatever you want to say about Diego Simeone, but I don't like it. And again, the twerking, as you said, for Barcelona, I don't like it. I don't like it. I was okay with it earlier in the summer, but the more that I think about it, I'm like, no, because he's just going to want Barcelona next summer too.
And again, no one can promise you anything.
Unless
But
there's
if you
some
could
sort of
promise me we
agreement.
can get money for him, and I don't want to do it.
The only thing I would promise him is we'll make an attempt. But if Barcelona come in and they lowball it and they try to play and they try to use your desire to play for them and say, we don't have to give you 90 million. We don't have to give you 80 million. We'll give you 40 because we know he wants to come play here and you're stuck with him. No. And you know what? Sit there and rot. Sit there. And I think, look, if I were Atletico Madrid, I'd make him sit and rot. I'd do exactly what Arteta did to Aubameyang. I'd send him off with the reserves in training. He wouldn't get a shirt. He wouldn't play. And you know what? You've got another World Cup or two in your future. So you don't want to play here? Guess you're not going to play anywhere. And you know what that means? You're probably not going to play in the World Cup either. So
It's such a tricky situation. I also just because it's not even, and that's the thing too, is it's not even like a direct, it's not a straight swap. If we offer Gyökeres, it's going to be with money, and it's like I still don't. It's not for me. It's not worth it. It just is not worth it. So like I don't know.
Something's got to happen.
If
Martinelli goes, something else is going to happen. It has to.
100%.
Or we're now left with players. We're now trying to fit square pegs in round holes. Love versatility, But as I've said before, and I'm going to stick to this, I'm done with jacks of all trades. I want specialists now. I don't want a guy that can play right back, left out, end guard and tackle, sit on the end of the bench, guard the water, tackle anybody that tries to steal it. I don't want those players. I want a guy that's an attacking midfielder. I want a guy that's a left winger. I want a striker. I'm not saying I want all of this. I'm just saying I want a right-sided center back. I want a goalkeeper. I don't want a guy that he can play defensive midfield, but he's got some goalkeeper in him too. Maybe we'll throw him back there. Let's see how that. No, I don't want that. We're now beyond the phase of the project where bringing in players that can play multiple positions and we work it out to see where they're best within our system. Those days are gone. We're beyond that stage of this project now. This project went from building a team that will win the league to now tweaking a team that can dominate European football. And I don't mean just champion. I mean, it can dominate the 3 competitions in England and the Champions League. That's where this project is now. To me. What were you laughing at me or were you laughing at something in the chat?
No, I was laughing at Mike.
Wow.
Talking about the voices in his head are a big source of his, which I'm not surprised one bit.
Here's the other thing too.
Oh yeah, go.
Sorry, just they can't afford. Oh, you mean Atletico Madrid can't? Sorry, I kind of misread your comment, Sean. I was taking that as Arsenal couldn't do it because they didn't want to pay. They didn't want to take on the wages that he may want if he comes to Arsenal. But you're saying Atletico Madrid can't afford to do that to Alvarez because he's the second highest paid player at the team. Yeah, okay, I got you now. Sorry, Ryan, go ahead. And then we've covered this. We're kind of rehashing things. We'll get out of here in a few minutes, I think.
No, the only thing I was going to say was if you want to sum this podcast up, I don't know if you've seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but there's a scene where Charlie is talking about Pepe.
It burns.
Charlie's talking about
the water park
Pepe
episode
Sylvia.
Might be my favorite episode.
That's really good too. It shows so good. Where they're in the office and they're working in the mailroom, and Charlie has this like fascination with Pepe Sylvia. He doesn't know where the mail's going, but there's a Pepe Sylvia, and he has this whole like board full of everybody, and it's there's a GIF. I think there's a GIF of it. There's a picture of it. The picture is a meme. It's everywhere. I would say that is literally us. I wouldn't even say it's us. I think that's the whole Martinelli, Alvarez, Gyökeres saga, because I do think they're all linked, but then not linked, which is weird because it's like a domino effect. But then we don't know if we can get Alvarez. We don't know if Gyökeres wants to stay or go. And I do. I think there's a mystery player behind door number 3 that we want, and we're working behind the scenes to get him. So I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. I'm still firm, and I know people have not given me a lot of backlash, but I know people don't like this player. But I like Njai from Everton. I really think he's something in our squad that we don't have. Well, I mean, honestly, the closest thing to him would be like a Max Dowman, but he's on Njai could play the left and the right, which I know you don't want to hear that. But I think he would mainly play on the left. But
wait, why do I not want to hear it?
Because he's not a specialist. He's a jack of all trades. He can play.
I'm
He
sorry.
can play.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. He can play on the left. He can play on the right. He can play an attacking 10. But yeah, I just like him. I like him as a player. I like his profile. And people are like, oh, I don't think he's an upgrade on Martinelli. Well, lick my balls, because I think he's a big upgrade on Martinelli. And I think Martinelli's a great player. He did a lot of. Martinelli?
No, and Njai.
I mean, he's their best player, which it's Everton. So obviously, no offense.
Yeah, take that
no offense to Everton's. No offense to Scott and Addison, but yeah, no, I get that. But I mean, but people were saying that about Neto. Neto got paid out the ass. Oh, he's like Wolves' best player. And then like the year before that, it was Raul Jimenez. Oh, he's like the best player. he had to go back. He went to Fulham, was whatever. Now he's back in the championship with the Wolves. Pedro Neto sucks balls. He's terrible. I can't like the fact that we were linked with him like gives me like heat rash. And then
on that note, just real quick, the reason that Al Hilal are now in for Martinelli is because they supposedly were in on
yeah,
Neto, and they wouldn't
crazy.
pay
Good.
Chelsea's asking price. So
Smart. And then my last link, because I just want to make fun of Aston Villa, João Gomez.
we never even talked about
João Gomez, Villa. Oh yeah, João Gomez, the Wolves' best player. Well, guess what? He got sent off. He got sent off, and now he's not even going to play against us. So it's like, I get it, but I think the way our system is, and like people like Batch's system, and it someone I know says, oh, it hinders the creativity of the squad. Maybe. I'm not going to argue that right now. It's not my point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is I think because of the tactics, because of our system and the machine that Arteta has built, we can kind of, if the player is good enough, if he can do X, Y, and Z right, and we have a position available for him, then he'll succeed. He's not gonna down tools. Obviously we've had players that Arteta signed that have down tools, but I think it's more of a confidence thing. Look at Lakanga, Vieira. I would even add to that are the two biggest that stick out to me. But I think for the most part, you bring in a player that's good enough, and I think Njai is good enough. I think he's going to do well. Now, again, people want us to bring in players and them to hit the ground running. Well, it's like, oh, well, he's Everton's best player, so obviously he's going to give us like 25 goals and assists. Like he's going to like be our star left winger. It's not always the case, but at this point, we need an upgrade because we have depth. I trust Arteta to rotate. At this point, we just need depth. Yeah, I'm trusting him. I have to. I have no choice. But yeah, we need players that can perform when need to, and I don't. And it's funny because we need superstars. I think we need at least one like world class player, which I think we have a couple. People say we don't have one. I think that's kind of a lie, but at this point, just given the circumstance that we're in, with that Solis has played really well and he's done better than people have thought, and given the fact that we're freezing Martinelli out and potentially not giving him a shirt when there's a player that got a shirt injured on our bench, I just want an upgrade. I want something that we could, be better for, because we have the quintuple to win this season. So I want to do that.
Sean wants us to shout out MLS, and yeah, I can tell you this, Sean, that on the post-match show on Friday, I don't know, I'm sorry, Sean, I don't remember if you were in the chat on Friday, but we do.
He was.
Was he? Okay, so on the 3 stars that each of us did on Friday, Ryan and Mikey both had MLS as their second star. They had MLS as their second star and Solis as their first star. So I think I'm going to award points to the players that we name as our 3 stars.
Yeah, you should. We did that for our Spros.
And at the end of the year, at the end of the season, we'll tally them up and we'll see who the 3 stars of the season were, not individually, but we'll see how it shook out for us, and we'll see who the 3 stars of the season are as a collective from the group. So
I might tally up mine because I'm curious who my third stars or whatever going forward. But
what do you mean?
Like you said, you're going to do it collectively. So like at the end of the season, you're going to be like, okay, our third star is this person. Our second star is this person. I want to know who my third star would have been like at the end of the season. You know what I mean?
You mean tally them up and do it individually?
Yeah, I might tally them up. I mean, you don't have to. I'm just saying.
Do that.
The only thing I will say quickly about Miles Skelly is,
I mean, I could do it because I'm going to tally it up anyway.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to see who your individual picks were.
Then do it.
Yeah.
But no, I love Miles Skelly.
I will. Go. I'm gone.
I
will.
Dude, I've been quoting Wayne's World in my real life so much. I need to watch. I haven't seen the movie in so long. I need to watch it. I mean, it's such a great movie. But yeah, no, I love Miles Skelly. I've been a Miles. I think it might be. I'm not an Ethan hater, but I don't appreciate Ethan as much as most of you do, if not all of you do. I think it's because like everyone was so in awe about Ethan, and I'm like, no, Miles is the guy. I'm telling you, Miles is what you need to watch out for because they came up around the same time because they're the same age, so it makes sense. And not to say I'm right, but Miles Skelly's killing it. So, and yeah, I really want to get him on the back of my blue away shirt, the blue away shirt from this year.
Do
His
this.
yellow 49. Ugh.
Do this, but
Well,
don't get Lewis Skelly on the back of it. Just get MLS.
no, because then people be like, oh, you watch? What are you like a MLS fan? Because I'm an American.
Nah, I don't think so. I think Arsenal
Can't be
fans would
doing
get it.
that.
Arsenal fans would get it.
Yeah, Arsenal fans. I like the Lewis Skelly. I like the Lewis Skelly. The more,
Right.
and I also like. I mean, it's not a take. It's mine. It's. I like yellow. I'm a big fan of yellow. A little fun fact about myself: whenever I play board games, I pick the yellow. I pick yellow. Yellow is like my lucky color. I don't know what it is. It's just when I play board games, I pick yellow. Yellow is that color for me. Not my favorite color, but it's just it's my board game color. So yeah, as much yellow as I can, I'm all about it. So.
All right. Well, look, I think that's it. We could kind of keep talking about obscure jerseys and colors and all kinds of shit like that. But we're gonna wrap it up because we're at 90 minutes. It's an hour and a half. And it's getting late, and I'm getting tired, and my feet hurt because my feet are sunburnt because I went and stood outside yesterday for like 5 hours watching my nephew play three football scrimmages, meaning soccer.
Your feet got summer. What were you wearing? Sandals?
I was wearing flip flops yesterday.
Oh my god! Shocker.
I didn't even think about it. My arms. You can't really tell on camera, but my arms are pretty burnt too.
Yeah, they look burnt.
But yeah, I'm pretty sunburnt. My feet hurt. I definitely have a sweet farmer's tan in terms of like flip flop lines on my feet. It's pretty. It's
Hell
pretty
yeah!
funny. It's pretty funny.
Yeah! So funny.
Yeah, but that my feet hurt, so I'm gonna spray them down with some burn cream, and yeah. So this is a great way to end the big show. The first edition of the big show. Chat, thank you guys very much. You guys have been great tonight. Really interactive, really engaging. We love that. If you're not already, please drop a subscription to the YouTube channel. Like the video, click the bell icon so that you never, ever, ever miss an episode. Where are we at? If you want the audio version only, if you don't like looking at me, if you don't like looking at him, if you don't like looking at both of us, if you don't like looking at any of us, world champion, New York Knicks, love it.
Yeah, so
not the biggest NBA guy, but I was rooting for him. But yeah, if you want audio only, or if you ever want to just listen back, you're in the car, you don't want to watch, Spotify and Apple Podcasts, just search the Arsenal Standard. Going forward, we're going to try to give you 2 shows a week. We're going to give you a post-match reaction, and we'll try to give you the big show where we kind of just do this. It'll
maybe less jersey talk, but yeah,
slightly less jersey talk, but who knows? I kind of like the idea of ranking the home kids.
Well, yeah, that would be a different show, but yeah,
we could do that, but yeah. So we'll usually go 2 shows a week, post-match reaction, and then I kind of like the idea of calling it the big show. I don't know. No, it's an homage to Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann from the mid-'90s on Sports Center.
Yeah, I know what it is, but that's not. I think of it's the big show.
I know.
And it's funny because you're the wrestling guy and I'm not, and yet I think of the big show.
Warm greetings alongside my tag team partner, Horse Bros Ryan. I'm BG. Welcome to the big show. I just like it. Just flows.
I like it. Real quick, because I'm noticing like new people, which I love. Follow me on Twitter. And like if
I mean it's right there, but shout it out.
Yeah, our Twitter. Well, your Twitter's on. My Twitter's right here. And like, I mean, if I can't tell it to you, if you don't know, like, be like, just send me a message. Like, hey, it's me. I love just fucking shooting the shit. I don't do it enough. I've been doing it a little bit lately. I get like sporadic. Like I'll do it sporadically. But then when I do it, I do it for like a couple hours. But I love just shooting the shit when I'm not doing the show with people. So feel free. I'm too loud. Well, you know what? My wife did say she texted me like an hour ago. So, but yeah, please follow me on Twitter. I know not everyone has Twitter, but yeah, follow me. Tell me, like, DM me who you are, or or fucking comment on something and say who you are. Because yeah, I love chatting with people, talking Arsenal. I can't ever say no. And Mike Hurst is promising us not another Arsenal podcast, which is I don't know if I want to say redhead stepchild show, sister show, brother show. But we love everybody in that show. I love everybody in that show. I think Kelly is one of the most handsome men in all of the United States, and Chris is a vampire, and he's like 67 years old, and he looks like he's 24. So yeah, he's handsome. He's handsome too, but it's just I'm more in awe of his like how old he is, and like he's like, oh yeah, my kid is getting like his senior citizen card, and I'm like, bro, you look like a kid that is in high school. But yeah, and Mike's pretty cool too when he isn't having his mouth mess it up.
Wow.
But yeah,
Mike,
please, but please check them out. They are a fun time. They're awesome group of guys. But yeah, do it.
Yeah. All right. That's it for us. It has definitely been long.
Oh, I'm big on man love. Sorry, Sports World just called me out for man love. I am ginormous. I love man love. I'm pro man love. I'm all about the man love.
Anyway, we're out of here. It's been good footy talk. We'll see you.